As a lonely weeb who watches anime, I of course do indulge in romance animes. And for me, romance animes, I see potential, but to me they're hit or miss. And okay, actually that's a lie. A lot of the times they're just mid. Like they have good stuff and then they fumble. Like I remember like watching a lot of romance animes and actually reading some manga and being very disappointed with a lot of stuff, decisions, and especially for romance animes, the one thing that really gets to me and ticks me off is essentially how the characters are talking to each other and how the biggest part of the story is the romance. And I wish that that wouldn't be the case because, of course, the genre is romance, but like to me, characters should be their own character outside of their potential partner that they're going to end up with at the end of the series. The series should be about the main character and the main heroine existing in their own life, but their relationship is a focus to the plot that helps enhances the plot and not just diverges away from the main plot. Let me give one good example of an anime that recently came out, and that's of course Too Many Losing Heroines. The anime is, in my opinion, a banger, okay? And what happens in the story is that the story is just Nukumizu trying to live life, and he's just randomly gotten involved with these people that he's now friends with, and since he's became friends with them and he cares for them, of course he wants to help them out and listen to their struggles and just be there for them. It's not None of the girls or anything are getting in the way of the plot for Nukumizu because his entire plot is just existing and having a good high school like life and all that stuff. And also, in terms of anime, I like the character acting. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like staged. You know, people actually, I could see people actually talking to each other in that way. It's not like unrealistic or anything. Let's say The Danger in My Heart. Well, it's not perfect. The things I like about it is how the two main characters, they have their own lives, of course, outside of each other. But when they're together, they bounce off each other really well, and they also give each other some things to think about, some light. More so in the case of Ichikawa, actually, starts to be not a weirdo because of Yamada. Yamada is not much on her side, which is a problem I have. Then again, I haven't watched in a while, so maybe. Well, I haven't even read it in a while, so maybe there's something. I just need to rewatch it again. Who knows? Who knows? That's my bet. Now, for examples of romance animes, I don't really sit well with. My Dress Up Darling, people were glazing it. It was fine. I like the premise. I like how Gojo Satoru has his his own goals. Marin does too. But I don't like their interactions. I don't think they bounce off of each other. I don't like how I don't know. And to me that's important when your main leads are supposed to be good at bouncing off of each other, being able to interact in a well realistic way. And when you don't have that, it's not something that I can enjoy because it seems too forced to me. If I wanted to watch something forced, I'd watch some brain dead shonen manga where the lead is talking about how he wants to, I don't know, change the world or whatever, and he's gonna do it through the power of friendship and surpassing his limits, something like that. Okay, like I'm not here to think, I'm not here to hear that in my romance anime. I want some chill stuff. I want people talking normally. And another example is Your Name. So my problem with Your Name is, well, I guess we don't see the two leads at all together. Like it's just one scene. So of course they can't bounce off of each other, which makes it hard. But another thing, their lives don't fully impact each other in personal and meaningful ways. Like of course, Taki helps Mitsuha not die. But like, what does Mitsuha do for Taki? And how does Mitsuha standing up for her dad, how was that affected by Taki's intervention? Like what did he do in her life or while she was in his life to change that perspective for her? Nothing happened. And that to me was just awful. It's like, as a film, I think it's a lot better than Weathering with You, but in terms of like the leads, actual romance, Weathering with You was a lot better because it actually had our two main leads chilling and doing stuff. Now time for the actual yap. SSS Dynazenon. Why do I love this anime? Okay, I'm gonna make a different video on why I love the anime in its entirety. But for now, Yomogi and Minami, absolute banger, or like a romance. Okay, the way they bounce off of each other is actually amazing. Okay, along with the like actual voice acting, like it's spot on. It they go together well. It's like they have their like speedy like fun moments. They have the silent moments where they kind of just sit there and like you can tell they're thinking about what to respond to the other person, like what they want to say to the other person. I think that's really cool. I think that's really nice. Their acting and their voices don't feel forced, which makes it a lot better to watch. And also, they have goals that are outside of each other, but their relationship helps intertwine the story. Nami just wants to find out what happened to her sister, if her death was an accident or if she truly caused it. Yomogi just wants to keep his life normal and at bay. He wants to protect those that he cares about, but he also wants to keep things peaceful. And those two stories have nothing to do with each other, except that one of Yomogi's traits is that he does want to protect and care for people, especially the people that he loves and knows. So when his paths diverge with Minami, that's when his character trait can affect and bounce off with her, to where when she finds out the truth, she's fine and happy because she has a gang of people that she spent time with, and she has a person that she knows will come for her when she's in trouble and will be there for her in her time of need. And to me, that it is, yeah, I can't wrap my brain around it because I don't know why many more like romance animes do that. It's not even a romance anime. It's like a mecha anime. It's like a giant Megazord go pew 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 pew. And in my opinion, has better romance than like 98% of the romance animes out there. Like that's actually insane how you can do that. You can have such a realistic and nice character arc for both characters, have the two characters bounce off of each other, and have their acting and their interactions not feel absolutely scuffed. Like Dynazenon is an anime that I wish existed more in other anime. The way that it was shot and directed, the way that it's voice acted, the way that the character's body language is used. I wish more anime did that. I wish that less anime stuck to what works now and tried to be innovated, because to me this anime is unlike any other I've seen. The way that the characters interact with each other, and when your story is supposed to be about mega anime, but the real shining factor is the characters interacting. That's when I believe you've hit gold. Because to me, of course, action is nice, but what I want most out of a show is my characters. How they interact, how they evolve, how they de-evolve, if they relapse in any way, and if they overcome that, or if part of them still stays like that. How character traits from one character can bounce off to others, and how other characters can bounce off them in return that character trait. How a character's background can affect them in a way that allows for other characters to either bounce off or repulse away from a different character. It's something that I look forward to when watching anime, because to me, the plot doesn't matter, the fighting doesn't matter, the world building and story doesn't matter. I don't care for my characters. That's what I want most. I want a character I can relate with. Even if the anime only has one character that is good. If that character is there, helps builds the plot, and exists, then to me, that's enough for it to be enjoyable. And that's why Minami and Yomogi are one of my favorite couples in all of anime. Also in the movie, those two were bangers, dude. You should have watched the movie. It's peak fiction. Those two were crazy. When Yomogi was crying, oh my, I felt it, dude. I felt that in my soul, dude. Because he wasn't like he wasn't. It was just he got tears streaming down his face, the little sniffles. You could hear his voice breaking. Oh my god, peak fiction. Peak. It was it.